Guys, welcome back for some more Gran Turismo 7. Now we're back at Autopolis in Daily Race C, and some of you might have been on the live stream where this race happened, but it was that funnier race that we just had to share it in the video. Get viewer counts, why not? And maybe, just maybe, we can use the mind powers that we've had on the other cars to get you to subscribe to this channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it makes a massive difference, and it might actually make this happen a bit more often. Now, as we were driving along, Arkeys was in the chat, and I think he is the one responsible for all of this, because while we were watching Dead Eye Delboy today, a similar thing happened, and guess who was in there? Now, as we got into turn 1, someone's gone off, and that's given us the position, so we've gone from, well, we've got 2 positions now, but as we get into this little section, Robert over here decides he wants to get a bit his elbows out, so we're going to have our elbows out, but we almost had a little spin. And as we go here, I have my fellow countryman, Ed. Now, that's not a very Portuguese name, is it? Ed. But as we go past, it gives us a little nudge, but we're up into P11 within the space of a few corners, and we get to the hair pit, and I'm just watching for the big lunge from Robert behind. Robert, and he doesn't give me a lot of room. Now, come on Robert, it's a lot of space here, you can fit about 3 semis in there. But he doesn't, carries on, and we've just got to sit behind for a little while, because we had a sense that we're going to do some damage here without touching anyone. So this section here, very tricky, but if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. And you've got to try and just get this corner, hit the apexes here and there, and just try and get a nice run through onto the main straight. I just had a little look over there. Didn't quite work out, but as we're going through, Scorpions decided to hit the kitty litter, and as he does that, it gives us a good run on Robert here. So we're going to take the inside for the corner, and Robert is staying there, but we go deep on the brakes, Daniel Ricciardo-esque, and as we do, we send someone else off. Two people have gone spinning. Don't know how that's happened. But we're going to take him. We're going to ready to P8 by the end of lap 2. And as we get to the end of lap 2, we got someone in front of us, which we don't want there. We're just going to send them spinning. See you later, Drade. And that's P7 already within the space of 2 laps. So we started on the medium tyres here. Hey, hello. Someone's decided it's Leo, cool. Apparently that's cool. We decided to start on the medium tyres, but what that's done is as soon as we got to P6, it's kind of snookered us a bit, because it means we just have to sit behind someone, and ideally I wouldn't want to stop this early, but Bayraktar, the Turkish guy, who was on the soft tyres, has already gone in. We gone in on the mediums, so we're going to have to do a bigger stint than they would have done on the softs. But as we go in, no fuel's needed, just get onto those soft tyres, and I need a couple of really good laps here. I need to try and undercut all those people that were ahead of me. As I go out, I do need to watch out for those yellow lines, because I have made a couple of mistakes. But as we see just behind, we get out just in time to beat those 2 cars and get a bit of clear air. But look at the gap between us and Bayraktar. 5 seconds, and look how far ahead they are. It's a massive difference. But as we get to the end of that lap, we've already gained about 1 second on them, which just shows you clean air is key here, and part of that is going to have to be with your strategy, because do you want to sit behind someone and lose your lap time, or do you want to go in and just get some clean air? As we've done that, onto the main straight, we've gone past Ed, and we're going to come out just behind 40%. I don't know what that means by 40%. Is he on 40% used tyres, 40% fuel, or just 40% skill? I'm hoping it's the tyres and fuel. But as we get to the end of the lap, we can see the Apis has gone in, and we've got to try and get a nice little run on here on 40%. And as we do, we can see that the other people, it's not just the Apis that German has gone in, but we've gone purple, and that's what we needed from that lap. We needed a good lap to get a good lap time, and we've gone past Apis, who was ahead of us before that pit stop. Now, as we go into turn 1, I'm looking at what's going on ahead, because I can see the leader now. And there's a chance, and when there's a chance you kind of have to try and go for it. And as we got into the hairpin here, we're still going purple, so we're going quicker again. But because we were behind someone, it's not really going to give us an overall better lap. But we still got to sit behind and try and get a way through. We still got fresh soft tyres on. We know that the guy in third is on the mediums, and we've got an opportunity. So P5 currently, go around this tight twisty section, and we can see Bayraktar is struggling. They are going a bit wide, but as that happens, 40%, it may have been 40% skill, we don't know. We'll reserve judgment on that. To be fair though, I have done the same mistake there. But as that's happened, we're P4, and we get a nice run on Bayraktar here. And all we've got to do is try and figure out which way to go. So they're jinking to the right, so we're going to cut into the left. And as we do this is one of my favourite moves of the race. I go deep, and we get a good old switcheroo-ish out of the corner, but we get a really good run. Now, to be fair to them, they have given me plenty of space here, which you don't always see that in Gran Turismo. But as we've gone in, they didn't give us as much as we would have liked. Gives a little nudge, but we're through. So we're P3 already. And the gap at this point, I believe the guys in the lead were also on the soft tyres, so making up that time was almost impossible, especially with the non-strong car. But we've gone from P14 to P3 at the end of the lap, and that's not a bad result, is it? So we'll just sit behind, try and finish off the lap. We've got a nice little gap to the guy behind, who was probably catching us by this point, because look at our tyres, they were as bald as my old man. And we just go through the last couple of corners and just try and keep it on the track. And that's it for Autopolis this week. It's been one of those weeks where the wake and the dirty air has been a problem for everyone, but you can make the most out of it, and by the end of it I've had a lot of fun with it. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Catch me on one of my live streams that I'm going to try and do a bit more often in the next few months. But I'll also try and do a lot more videos. So I'm going to try and get some more content out and a bit more often. But if you did like it, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. And please leave a comment. All those things are free and they do help with the channel. So appreciate you. And I'll see you on the next one.